He stands on the bow of a sleek white yacht, champagne flute in hand, sunlight glinting off gold watch and Arctic blue water. Behind him, distant snow-capped peaks rise like silent sentinels. This is Parker Schnabel, once the teenage prodigy who chased flecks of gold through frosty Alaskan rivers, now living a life most dream of but few ever attain. The same young miner who once huddled over sluice boxes and rubber boots now lounges poolside in St. Tropez villas. It's a shock so stark it makes you wonder, how did a kid with little more than ambition and a payloader become such a magnet for luxury? The answer lies in gold. Not just the metal he extracts, but the glittering lifestyle it bankrolls. Born into the rugged gold fields of Alaska, Parker learned early that risk and reward are inseparable. His grandfather found fortune in remote Klondike creeks, inspiring Parker to treat every pan like a treasure chest waiting to be opened. At age 8, he shoveled gravel alongside his grandfather, eyes wide as he glimpsed that first golden nugget. By 16, he had taken over Gold Rush reality TV cameras rolling, chasing record runs and daring dredge dives. Viewers tuned in by the millions, drawn to his relentless drive and uncanny ability to spot pay streaks others missed. Fame followed, but Parker remained unwaveringly focused on one thing: extraction. Then came the breakthrough season. $500,000 in gold recovered before summer's end. Overnight, a fortune materialized, measured not in fleeting likes or TV ratings, but in pure, weighty ounces. With money flowing like meltwater in spring, Parker discovered that wealth, when seized young, creates openings to whole new worlds. He bought a warehouse of heavy equipment, upgrading to Caterpillar excavators that could shift entire riverbeds in minutes. He invested in custom-built dredges with horsepower that would intimidate any engine enthusiast. And while these machines roared in Alaska's isolation, Parker's sights expanded beyond goldfields. Within months, photos surfaced on social media of Parker in Monaco, sipping espresso on cliffside terraces overlooking yachts the size of cruise ships. He strolled shopping boulevards in Milan, leather briefcase in hand, scouting bespoke suits and custom Italian loafers. He posted snapshots in Ibiza nightclubs, joysticks controlling neon-lit soundboards like a DJ at Electric Daisy Carnival. The mining kid had become an international bon vivant overnight, indulging in experiences previously reserved for heirs and celebrities. Fans gasped, "Is this still the same Parker?" Surely rumors of lost grit would follow, but Parker thrived on contrast. He knew that revealing glimpses of luxury created FOMO. Viewers would tune in next season, hoping to see the next level of extravagance. Yet beneath the parties and private jets lies a disciplined strategist. Parker employs a team of advisors, accountants who track costs per ounce, real estate agents who scout waterfront condos, and brand managers who curate every image he shares. His YouTube channel, Parker's Picks, blends Gold Rush tutorials with glimpses of high-end watches and supercar test drives, forging a bridge between blue-collar mining fans and aspirational lifestyle seekers. Engagement soars when he teases an exotic car collection: a matte black Lamborghini Huracan EVO, a pearl white Rolls-Royce Dawn, even a hulking Mercedes-AMG G63 with bulletproof windows. Each reveal drives clicks, subscribers, and lucrative sponsorship deals, enhancing revenue beyond the gold sluice. In Palm Springs, he owns a villa with walls of glass that open to infinity pools and desert vistas. By day, he negotiates dredge part shipments. By night, he hosts intimate dinner parties under starlit skies, serving A5 Wagyu beef flown in from Japan and artisan truffles shaved tableside. His kitchen staff includes a French pastry chef and a sushi master, ready at a moment's notice to impress guests. His wine cellar, lined with vintages from Bordeaux and Napa, pushes 6 figures. Parker's Instagram stories carefully document these moments: a toasting toast, the clink of crystal, the polished marble countertops. For followers, each frame feels like a pinned invitation to a world where gold isn't just currency, it's a passport. But Parker safeguards privacy fiercely. Behind tinted windows of Gulfstream 4 private jet cabins, he drafts business proposals and reviews dredge blueprints. He escapes intrusive cameras by arriving at exclusive members-only clubs in the Cayman Islands, where high-stakes poker games unfold on cedar tables. Security teams screen every guest, ensuring gossip bloggers stay at bay. He knows that mystique is as valuable as disclosure. When tomorrow's viewers speculate about secret getaways, his brand stays evergreen. Still, amid luxury and legend, Parker never forgets the basics. He spends early Alaskan mornings inspecting dredge pontoons and testing pump pressures, reminding himself that genuine passion built this empire. He invites loyal fans to join him on river expeditions, handing out pans and teaching gold panning techniques. They return with glistening pebbles and memories to fill a lifetime. In those moments, the line blurs between celebrity and mentor, and Parker secures long-term loyalty. It's a formula that anyone chasing extravagance envy can't ignore. Blend raw expertise with glossy allure, and you command attention in every niche. In our deep dive ahead, we'll trace every turn, from Parker's Alaskan roots to his sun-drenched Mediterranean estates, from payloader cabs to helicopter tours of hidden chateaus. We'll expose the secrets behind his six-figure timepieces, the ROI on that beachfront property, and the psychology driving a gold miner's hunger for more. Prepare for an inside look at a lifestyle where every golden nugget echoes through marble hallways, every deposit into a bank account echoes in Ferrari engines, and every triumph on the river echoes in champagne toasts. Because in the world of Parker Schnabel, gold rush ends not at the sluice box, but at the gates of a luxurious empire few ever glimpse, and even fewer can replicate. Beyond secluded villas and overwater bungalows, Parker has quietly amassed a global real estate empire uniquely tailored to his wanderlust and status aspirations. His first trophy home emerged in 2018 when he snapped up a Mediterranean-style estate on the outskirts of Marbella, Spain, paying nearly $10 million for a compound with ocean views, marble courtyards, and guest pavilions. A year later, he purchased a penthouse loft in downtown Miami. Floor-to-ceiling windows offer sweeping vistas of Biscayne Bay, while an infinity-edge pool wraps around the terrace. In Aspen, he owns a rustic log chalet hidden in ski country forests, complete with a custom-built wine cave that maintains optimal humidity for his cellar's French and Napa vintages. When filming pauses, Parker retreats to these sanctuaries, opting for privacy over paparazzi. Each property is not only an indulgence, but also a strategic asset. Airbnb hosts report occupancy rates near 80%, fueling passive income that further underwrites his gold extraction operations. His automotive passion extends well beyond yard work and front-end loaders. It thrives in a garage that spans nearly half a football field. Rumors place the fleet at more than 20 supercars, sports sedans, and bespoke builds. Highlights include a matte gray McLaren Senna, prized for its under 3-second acceleration, a jewel-toned Ferrari 812 Superfast, a bulletproof Bentley Mulsanne, and an electric Rimac. Never that launches like a lightning strike. On weekends, Parker invites trusted friends for cross-country road trips in a sleeper Mercedes G-Wagon, custom lifted for off-road rambles. Each vehicle is meticulously maintained by a team of certified technicians who track tire wear, brake pad history, and fluid change intervals. It isn't mere showboating. It's a living laboratory where high-powered machines satisfy his engineering curiosity as much as they entertain his adrenaline appetite. Air travel is another domain where Parker's status soars. He owns fractional shares in a Gulfstream G550, granting him quarterly usage of over 50 flight hours. When extra capacity is needed, he can charter a Bombardier Challenger 350 or a Dassault Falcon 8X with intercontinental range. His trust also holds a Eurocopter EC-130 helicopter based at a private airstrip near Denali National Park, ready to shuttle Parker and close associates on mining site surveys. Privacy screens in every cabin block outsider views, while resilient composites and advanced avionics ensure comfort and safety at 30,000 feet. A dedicated flight manager coordinates itineraries, customs clearance, and catering. Parker's signature menu often features caviar service and truffle-infused omelets. Jet fuel invoices alone can top 6 figures per month. Yet for Parker, it's an operational necessity, not an extravagance. Complementing cars and jets is an obsessive devotion to timepieces and jewelry. His watch collection reportedly eclipses 100 pieces, each selected for craftsmanship, rarity, and investment potential. A limited edition Patek Philippe Nautilus, and a Paul Newman Rolex Daytona Share display, cases lined in velvet. He rotates between a Breguet Tradition for boardroom meetings and a Hublot Big Bang Mica 10 for dredge inspections, each watch accompanied by a certified appraisal and serial number documentation. Jewelry runs beyond watches. He commissions bespoke diamond bracelets set in rose gold, emerald cufflinks imported from Jaipur, and artisanal lapis lazuli rings designed by Swiss gem specialists. An on-staff jeweler provides regular cleaning, resizing, and authentication. When Parker unveils a new acquisition to followers, engagement spikes. Fans debate market valuations and marvel at sparkling wrist shots in exotic locales. On the business front, Parker has diversified far beyond the sluice box. His company recently launched a tech startup developing AI-powered geology sensors that analyze riverbed mineral composition in real time, an innovation projected to disrupt small-scale mining globally. Partnership agreements with equipment providers allow him to test prototypes before mass production, earning both equity and royalties. He also holds shares in an ecotourism venture near Juneau, offering guided gold panning and glacier hikes. That tour package nets over $30,000 per group, funded by travel agencies seeking experiential adventures. Parker monetizes his brand through exclusive merchandise, a line of engineered workwear, performance boots, and heavy-duty outdoor gear sold online to fans who want to emulate his rugged style. This fusion of enterprise generates multiple income streams while reinforcing Parker's image as both a pioneer and an entrepreneur. He allocates a percentage of annual net profits into philanthropic programs, scholarships for geoscience students at the University of Alaska, and grants to watershed conservation groups committed to preserving salmon habitats. Last year, he donated a custom-built dredge to an educational center, empowering local youth to learn mining history hands-on. In interviews, Parker credits his grandparents' legacy and early exposure to manual labor for instilling a work ethic that underpins his high-flying lifestyle. It's an intricate balance. Each luxury asset serves as both a trophy and a tool in his empire, ensuring that behind every champagne toast lies the grit of a miner who still knows the weight of a golden pan in his hand. And as Parker continues expanding, each move is calculated to magnify both his wealth and his influence globally and effortlessly. Parker Schnabel's flamboyant philanthropy reshapes every glittering gala into a charity powerhouse. He co-hosts art auctions in New York and London, collaborating with auction houses to spotlight impressionist masterpieces and contemporary installations. Proceeds funnel into geology scholarship funds at the University of Alaska and watershed preservation programs in the Yukon. Each numbered lot features curated stories of miners and indigenous communities, accompanied by immersive multimedia presentations. Attendees bid for private dinners with Parker, helicopter tours of active dredges, and exclusive pan for gold experiences. His signature event, Auctions in the Sky, takes place aboard his Gulfstream G550 in-flight, where bidders preview works at 30,000 feet while champagne is served. These skybound sales routinely generate seven-figure contributions, cementing Parker's reputation as both mining magnate, an environmental steward, and visionary leader. Within his Miami penthouse and Aspen Log Chalet lies an art collection rivaling major museums. Parker acquires emerging visionaries and established masters alike, from Berlin-based installation artists to Kyoto's minimalist sculptors. Hundreds of pieces adorn custom pedestals under museum-grade LED lights and climate-controlled walls. A professional curator manages provenance documentation, condition reports, and secure transport from international auction houses in Geneva and Hong Kong. Twice yearly, Parker hosts private gallery nights where collectors preview new acquisitions under strobe lighting and immersive soundscapes. Each opening features live string quartets and artisan ordeaux topped with edible gold dust. VIP attendees receive serialized catalogs and blockchain-secured certificates of authenticity. This immersive hospitality experience elevates his brand beyond mining into a realm of high culture and refined patronage immeasurable. Maintaining peak performance demands a regimen as meticulous as his mining operations. Parker employs a Swiss-trained nutritionist and performance coach who tailors meal plans and workout routines based on biometric data and genomic analysis. Weekly sessions include cryotherapy plunge tanks, flotation therapy for sensory deprivation, and high-intensity interval training atop Alaskan tailings for altitude adaptation. His private trainer designs tactical obstacle courses replicating dredge platforms to enhance core stability. He credits 3 annual meditation retreats in Bali for mental resilience against the stresses of litigation and logistics. Recovery protocols integrate infrared saunas, hyperbaric chambers, and bespoke supersets of resistance bands and kettlebells. Supplement regimens include adaptogenic herbs and nootropic stacks customized expertly by neurologists. Delivering immersive stories drives Parker's online empire as much as gold recovery. He produces a quarterly mini-series titled Beyond the Sluice Box, in which cinematic drone footage and narrated sequences trace each expedition. His content team edits for cliffhangers, launching teasers with undisclosed mine locations to drive viewer engagement. Fans subscribe to premium tiers offering raw footage, downloadable site maps, and behind-the-scenes interviews. Parker also pioneered VR experiences that transport users onto his dredge pontoons using 360-degree cameras and spatial audio. Exclusive NFTs grant owners digital ownership of highlight clips, unlocking ticket vouchers for live river trips. He integrates data dashboards to optimize release schedules and maximize engagement. For adrenaline seekers, Parker orchestrates bespoke exploratory missions. He arranges helicopter ski tours in the Andes, where guests drop onto alpine glaciers and carve fresh lines before snowcat retrieval. In summer, he leads desert expeditions across the Sahara in a custom Land Rover Defender, equipped with satellite comms and off-road suspension. Each trip includes pop-up micro-luxury camps with linen-wrapped dining tents, private chef-curated feasts, and solar-charged lighting rigs for starlit cocktails. Multi-day hunts uncover ancient mineral veins revealed by satellite imagery, and guest participants pan for gold beneath fiery sunsets. He films these journeys for travel channels and releases limited edition coffee table books chronicling each adventure. Ultimately, Parker's opulent lifestyle remains anchored in his Alaskan roots and the raw quest for yellow metal. He views every villa, vehicle, and timepiece as a reward for grit tested in frigid creeks and dredge flotations. By intertwining gold mining, luxury hospitality, high-performance machines, and global philanthropy, he constructs a multifaceted persona that appeals to both roughneck miners and boardroom executives. FOMO-driven content, meticulous brand partnerships, and exclusive gated experiences ensure his empire thrives across screens and continents. In Parker Schnabel's world, the gold rush never ends. It simply evolves into a life gilded by ambition, shaped by spectacle, and enriched by the relentless pursuit of the next monumental triumph. His brand continues expanding. Luxury urban developments, global mining technology incubators, and curated exclusive adventure retreats promising aspirational consumers gilded successes. Parker's biggest floating asset is the 165-foot superyacht Aurora Dawn, crafted by Oshanko with a silvery hull that mirrors glinting waves like a liquid mirror. From its teak-decked aft swim platform to the glass-enclosed sky lounge with 360-degree ocean vistas, this is boatsmanship at its opulent summit. Aurora Dawn houses a 5-stateroom layout, a dual-engine propulsion system that can cruise at 25 knots, and a zero-speed stabilization array for gold-standard smoothness at anchor. Parker's logo, a stylized prospector's pan, is etched into the yacht's bow in polished nickel, serving as both brand statement and personal signature. Each summer, he hosts bespoke gold-themed sunset soirees, where guests don gemstone-hued cocktail attire and sip fluted champagne infused with flecks of edible gold leaf. A dedicated crew of 20 handles every detail. The captain, a former naval officer with deep knowledge of polar navigation, pilots the yacht through challenging straits and scenic fjords. Chefs design tasting menus that marry Alaskan king crab caught fresh from the Gulf of Alaska with truffle-infused fondues and yakiniku stations grilled under open skies. Personal stewards maintain a service ratio of 1 crew member to every 2 guests, ensuring that glasses are refilled before they empty and cabin linens are fluffed on demand. Safety protocols incorporate night vision radar and satellite communication arrays, allowing Parker and his guests to maintain privacy screens and evade prying drones, paparazzi launches, or random charter inquiries. At the bow lies a helipad complete with a Eurocopter AS-365 Dolphin on standby for water access minimalism. Guests can transcend the yacht's polished teak and step directly into sweeping aerial views. Below deck, a spa sanctuary rivals world-class hotel facilities. Aroma steam rooms, biomat excitation tables, and hyperbaric chambers repurposed for medical facilities for deep tissue recovery after a day of deep-sea fishing or beachside metal detecting. A private screening room features acoustically tuned walls and a collection of vintage mining documentaries alongside current feature films. Marble countertops line the bar, where mixologists trained at Europe's leading cocktail ateliers create liquid gold cocktails garnished with micro-dusted gold flakes. Parker's philanthropic initiatives extend onto the water. In partnership with marine conservation nonprofits, he hosts biennial Ocean's Gold expeditions, inviting scientists and students to conduct coral reef regeneration studies aboard Aurora Dawn. Researchers tag endangered sea turtles and chart algae growth patterns, while guests donate to preservation funds and take part in seafloor cleanups using specialized ROVs on board. These voyages net millions in fundraising for ocean health. Plus, they produce documentary segments that Parker weaves into his Beyond the Sluice Box series, elevating his brand emphasis from extraction to restoration. But the yachting chapter is only one facet of his real estate vision. In 2021, Parker acquired a private island in the Grenadines, Emerald Prospector Cay, spanning 20 acres of white sand beaches and emerald mangrove lagoons. A limestone villa, built with sustainably harvested wood and solar-powered desalination plants, houses rotating art installations spotlighting indigenous Caribbean artists. Parker restricts island visits to intimate retreat groups of no more than 12, where guests experience gold panning plantation tours by day and under the stars film screenings of classic prospecting epics by night. A portion of the island's rental revenue funds local education programs in sustainable tourism and marine stewardship. His Middle Eastern real estate portfolio includes a suite in Dubai's ultra-luxe URA Tower, a glass-wrapped penthouse overlooking the Burj Khalifa and the Palm Jumeirah. The suite's decor mingles Alaskan moose antlers with minimalist arabesque motifs, creating a unique cross-cultural haute design statement. Parker uses the Dubai address to negotiate AI sensing drills and dredges for offshore sediment analysis, blurring the lines between opulence and industrial ambition. The entrepreneurial juggernaut continues on land with the Gold Rush Innovation Lab, a research incubator in Reno, Nevada, co-founded with a university technology transfer consortium. This lab incubates next-generation mining startups working on drone-mounted magnetic sweeps, bioleaching bacteria that extract metals without toxic chemicals, and blockchain-enabled traceability platforms. Startups receive seed grants funded by Parker's personal foundation and mentorship from his operations team. Twice a year, he hosts demo days at the lab, inviting ultra-high-net-worth angel investors to back the most promising prototypes. Despite widespread acclaim, Parker's luxurious tactics generate friction with environmental watchdogs and mining regulators. Critics argue that spotlighting superyachts and private islands distracts from the ecological footprint of large-scale dredging operations. Social media activists staged digital campaigns using hashtags like #GoldVersusGreen, demanding greater transparency on tailings discharge and riverbank restoration. Some indigenous Alaskan communities have protested, asserting that glossy media glosses over community impacts of sediment displacement and habitat disruption. In response, Parker and his legal team have rolled out full public disclosure policies and third-party auditing by environmental NGOs. They've implemented sediment capture membranes and set aside conservation easements along critical salmon spawning grounds. Each site now employs community liaisons to ensure local voices help govern operational permits. Parker's quarterly sustainability reports align with global ESG frameworks, and he personally tours affected regions each season, hosting town hall discussions to bridge operational needs with conservation goals. These measures, while imperfect, exemplify his commitment to harmonizing lavish lifestyle with responsible resource stewardship. Despite his larger-than-life adventures and global exploits, Parker often retreats to the simplicity of his childhood homeland, embracing the Alaskan wilderness as a form of restorative therapy. Long before superyachts and penthouse terraces, he was 6 years old. Tracing gold seams under midnight sun, and that primal connection to raw earth still guides him. Each summer he spends weeks off-grid at his original Klondike claim, sleeping in a weathered canvas tent and cooking over an open fire. No crystal flutes here, just cast-iron skillets and the steady gurgle of a rushing creek. It's a ritual reset that reminds him why he chases gold in the first place. Not solely for fortune, but for the thrill of discovery and the quiet majesty of isolation. In this back-to-basics setting, Parker hosts a select group of friends and longtime crew members. He strips back the usual glamour. No gourmet chefs, no polishing crews, just manual sluicing and heavy gear maintenance. Nights end around a lantern-lit fire ring, where stories of early-season struggles and narrow pastry kits are retold with laughter and humble nods. These moments, untouched by social media or sponsorship messaging, ground him. They preserve authenticity in a world that increasingly demands spectacle over substance. Beyond the glitter of penthouses and the roar of supercar engines, Parker's world pivots on personal bonds and a forward-looking vision that blends legacy with innovation. Last winter, he quietly married longtime partner Emma Lee in an intimate Alaskan ceremony beneath towering spruce trees draped in snow. Guests arrived by helicopter, close family and crew who'd shared dawn-dread shifts and late-night campfires. Emma, a mineralogist turned environmental advocate, engineered the couple's vows to include commitments not only to each other, but to safeguarding waterways and supporting indigenous stewardship. Their union reaffirmed Parker's dual devotion, the one to gold's allure and the one to Earth's preservation. Family ties run deep. Parker maintains a close mentorship role with teenage nephews who tag along on expeditions, teaching them sluicebox techniques and basic geology. He's designed a Schnabel Jr. scholarship to send promising young students to geology camps across North America. Each summer, he hosts a Future Prospectors Week at his original Klondike camp, supplying tents, pan kits, and scientific guides. These afternoons, cameras stay off. There are no promotional angles, just raw exploration and the thrill of finding flecks of gold under daylight that stretches past midnight. Parker believes these moments will ignite a network of new miners who combine modern science with time-honored grit. On the corporate front, Parker's brand partnerships have expanded into unexpected arenas. He's the face of an ultra-durable watch line engineered to withstand sub-zero Alaskan temperatures and sustain shocks on rough terrain. His name now adorns high-end outdoor gear, waterproof backpacks, insulated jackets, and all-weather boots co-developed with leading adventure apparel companies. A percentage of proceeds from every sale goes to a reclamation fund that restores riverbanks altered by dredging. Even luxury hospitality brands court him to co-create Gold Rush-inspired suites, featuring mining heritage decor, brass sluice boxes repurposed into lamps, rock crystal chandeliers, and reclaimed wood headboards echoing washboard textures. Parker's future investments include a blockchain startup that tokenizes mineral rights, allowing micro-investors to fund small claims in exchange for shared yields. He's also backing a biotech firm that uses engineered bacteria to extract gold from low-grade ore, dramatically reducing waste and energy consumption. These ventures reflect his broader aim: transform how small-scale mining operates, making it more sustainable, transparent, and profitable for grassroots prospectors. Parker's pitch to venture capitalists is simple. By democratizing access to technology, the next global gold rush could lift entire communities out of poverty rather than leave scars on the land. Mental health and balance remain priorities amid the pace of wealth acquisition. Parker credits weekly sessions with a sports psychologist for maintaining focus under pressure, whether negotiating seven-figure equipment purchases or navigating public scrutiny that can tilt from adulation to criticism overnight. He practices nightly breath work and visualization techniques he learned on a wellness retreat in Sedona, visualizing each sluicebox bead morphing into a nugget of calm. He's also an outspoken advocate for veteran support, partnering with military charities to offer mine mechanic training for returning service members. The rhythmic hum of dredge pumps, he says, echoes the steady cadence of a battlefield's machinery, but here, it powers livelihoods instead of conflict. Social media remains a double-edged sword. Parker's team curates high-gloss content, helicopter flyovers of untouched creeks, behind-the-scenes factory tours, and cinematic lakefront drone shots. Yet he also shares candid moments. Late-night oil changes in the workshop, wiping grease-streaked hands on work gloves, or gathering around a campfire sharing lessons learned from near-disastrous equipment failures. These authentic snippets humanize the mogul persona, reminding fans that diamonds form under pressure and that even the richest miner must wrestle with setbacks. Floods that wash away sluices, gear breakdowns in sub-zero fog, or seasonal closures that stall entire operations. Viewer surveys show these failures-turned-lessons clips drive the highest engagement, proving vulnerability amplifies allure. Always the strategist, Parker meticulously monitors brand metrics, tracking how mentions of Gold Rush content influence sneaker boot sales, or how helicopter tour bookings spike after a viral expedition video. He holds quarterly brand KPI meetings with advisors, reviewing charts that correlate Instagram impressions with equipment pre-orders. But he tempers this data-driven approach with instinct honed by years of reading river currents and spotting glints in silt. In boardrooms, he might cite analytics dashboards. Out on a creek, he follows where gravity and geology converge, trusting his gut to guide him toward a new strike. Looking ahead, Parker envisions a Metals Academy, a hybrid educational platform offering online courses in mineralogy, resource economics, and environmental ethics, complemented by hands-on residencies at his Alaskan, Spanish, and Caribbean properties. Think of it as an MBA for raw material pioneers, where students pan for gold at dawn and debate blockchain regulation by dusk. Graduates could launch startups that adopt Parker's ESG standards from day one, ensuring new mining ventures leave positive legacies. He's already in talks with universities in Canada and Australia to pilot the program. At its core, this lifestyle isn't about showing off cars or jets. It's about crafting an ecosystem where gold mining fuels. Broader impact. Every luxury asset serves as a node in a network of innovation, philanthropy, and cultural exchange. Parker's narrative resonates on two levels, as a testament to rags to riches determination and as a blueprint for harnessing success to repair the very landscapes that yield fortune. He understands that true wealth isn't stashed in vaults. It flows into education, community uplift, and environmental regeneration. As the sun dips below an infinite horizon of Arctic tundra, Parker Schnabel emerges from the dredge-mud trenches and walks toward a waiting black SUV, the one that ferries him from riverfront camps to private jets. He pauses, eyes scanning the copper-tinged sky and the rapids' glinting reflections. In that space between earth and air, tradition and tomorrow merge. He breathes in the crisp air, knowing that his next chapter blends the allure of luxury with the responsibility of stewardship, where each pour of champagne honors both the sparkle of gold and the currents that carry it. This is Parker's ultimate treasure map, a life navigated by purpose as much as by profit.